Mental Health Matters Thursday. Yohance Ayodike joins me on set, and today's talking point, a very interesting one coming from Yohance. I want to really get some more details. He says, quote, "It have no good soca this year," end quote. And people say that all the time, and I guess Yohance will dissect and unpack the layers of this most interesting statement. Sometimes unfortunate because there's have good soca, you know, but for some reason, people just keep on asking for that renewal, and when they get the new material, they say, well, but I know good soca this year. And that in itself creates a whole talking point. Yohance, welcome.
Exactly, because every year you hear people say verbatim, it have no soca this year. And the irony is, I see those same people jumping up and whining to these same songs that they say that not good. Now, in investigation, when I ask why, so I say, why you say that if you're going and jump up, and then have some people, actually have two people that I know, every year they say it no matter what. So I say, why say that all the time? Why not wait? Why not give it time? Why not think it through? And they say they don't know. Now, when somebody say they don't know, especially human behavior, it intrigues me to understand why. And doing some research, there's something called cognitive bias.
What is that?
Which is when we have a belief or we form a belief, and most times it's a misinterpreted belief based on facts. So last year, this artist sing this particular song, make me feel a particular way. So every year I'm expecting that from this artist. But of course, the song will change. It will never be the same song every year. Then also, when a new song, whether it is an artist you know, right, or not, it don't have any emotional attachment to this song yet. So when you hear it, you can't reflect on the fete you dance to, you can't reflect on a dance you get with somebody, you can't reflect on a line with friends. So immediately, you don't have any quote-unquote positive reactions to it.
So true, because music is indeed linked to memory. They say even with folks who go through early stages of Alzheimer's or even severe cases, they say sometimes music brings them back to a particular place. It's really a very important tool. But back to this moment where every year the culture, the art form itself asks for renewal. What you had people moving and grooving to last year, chances are people will move and groove to it, but they want something new. Is that aspect of the culture, people wanting something new, wanting good soca this year, so that they won't have to ask this question? Is that good for start? Is that something you see positive?
Yes or no is a double-edged sword, because I've often described carnival as a drug for the nation. Right, when you get a high from a drug, you expect the same high or a better high, you know, when you're addicted to something, you need a higher level of the drug every time to get it high. So every year, you need something more, need something bigger, or need something different to get it fixed. So that's one. We could say maybe that on the negative side. On the positive side, it helps encourage creativity. Because if an artist coming with the same style, the same beat, the same kind of rhythm every year, then it will get boring. So you had to come up with something new, and I wouldn't say new, no, I would more say relevant, that will touch the people. Because if you're seeing something and people can't connect with it, right, then of course they wouldn't enjoy it.
Again, that renewal, it's, as you rightfully said, it creates the avenue for people to really dig deep, to try to find new ways to make people basically do the same thing, because nothing really changes within the party element. It's a jump, it's a wave, it's a whine, it's a chip, right? But you have to find ways to make people do what they would have been doing in all the years. For those who say it have no good soca, what's your advice to them this morning in real time? Those who are very critical of not only the creative process, the artist, the art form, those who seem to not see any kind of light in the particular space, and they're extremely critical, and they are the ones who come every year with this particular statement. How do they change their mindset, Yohance?
Understand what is occurring, because everyone have a cognitive bias, right? when an artist, they know sing a song, they expect something. When it's a new artist, they don't know the artist. So a lot of people concept is a new artist is not a good song. So they're not even giving it a chance. And then after the cognitive bias, what happens is cognitive dissonance, right? Cognitive dissonance is the unpleasant feeling that, wait, this belief I have and what actually happened not matching up now. Right? And if you understand that going on and know that is not truth, because it happened, let me give you an example. If you hear somebody's voice on the phone and never meet them, you come up in your mind what the person look like based on the voice. And when you see them in real life, I never thought that person would look like that. But you don't even have the ability to try to construct, right? But we think we do. So what I would say to people is have an open mind. You don't have to like every song. You don't have to like all aspects of the culture. But give it a chance.
What do you say to the creatives, those who create the art form, because they also go through extreme mental anguish? You know, you put out a piece of yourself for judgment, and people either accept it and you feel good about yourself, and sometimes they don't. And lots of artists, lots of creatives, they go into sometimes, I won't say a state of depression, but they're not as enthusiastic. And some actually, after going through that multiple years, sometimes give up all entirely and have a whole career path change.
Well, the truth is everybody wouldn't like everything. Even to the people creating, you don't even like everything everybody create. So therefore, putting yourself out there, which I think takes courage and a lot of vulnerability, but you open yourself to criticism also. And that is part of life, and especially Trinidadians, right? We Trinidadians, it's very hard to impress us.
Yeah, tough audience. Definitely we are. I'll give you some closing remarks, Yohance. Go right ahead.
Whether it is a new soca song, any aspects of carnival, or even dealing with people, don't have a cognitive bias because they may surprise you. Don't make life complicated, because even though life is not easy, it's really not that hard. Thank you for listening.
Yohance Ayodike joining us, behavioral change consultant, as always, this and every Thursday. Up next, we get ready for a grand celebration. It's happening this Sunday. It's the Joy of Giving Music Festival, and we welcome